Hey there, it's Fabienne from Bold Heart to Business and boldheart.com. And today we're going to talk about how uber successful people make decisions and how you can start operating in the same way they do so that you make the decisions that help them make the money that they're making right now. Is there really such a difference between the person who is just starting out in her business and making a certain amount of money and the person who has really gotten out there in a big way and made some decisions that have helped her grow her business? Yes, the difference is in the mindset, in how we deal. I hope you write this down. How we deal with opportunities that show up. One of the things that I truly believe, and I've been teaching at the Mindset Retreat for 10 years. If you're not familiar with the Mindset Retreat, it is a powerful 3-day experience that I teach every year in November. It's happening this year in Atlanta, Georgia. Mindsetretreat.com if you're interested. And the money, big money, doesn't show up in the form of a check. The thing that I teach is it shows up in the form of an opportunity. And an opportunity that you asked for, an opportunity that you've been waiting for. And when that opportunity shows up, you have to action it. Get the results without actioning the opportunity. So whether to action the opportunity or not requires a decision. And what I've learned is most people have never been taught how to make decisions. And the way that highly successful business owners, and this is what I want for you, is that they look at opportunities differently. I know that I'll speak about myself. When I was just starting in my business, when an opportunity showed up, I just felt overwhelmed and I thought about all the things that I would lose in saying yes to an opportunity versus all the things that I would gain. And instead, now I look at every opportunity with what could I get from this? And I have been taught a way of thinking about making decisions in a way that's very clear. And within 5 or 10 minutes, you can determine very, very quickly if an opportunity in your business is the one that you should take. So I hope you'll take notes. And it's just 4 short questions. And let's say, so what's an opportunity? It could be, should I write this book? It could be, I've been approached by somebody, should I do a collaboration with them? I want to invest in branding. Is now the right time? Is this the right person to do it with? Perhaps it's getting mentorship. Perhaps you've been thinking about working with us in the Bold Heart business programs. This is an opportunity to really grow your business. Perhaps it's getting administrative help, whatever it is, right? Here are 4 questions that will help you make a decision on these things. And these are from a French philosopher named René Descartes, and a long time ago. And you're going to want to write these down. Number 1, regarding the opportunity, what happens if I do this? What happens if I say yes to this opportunity? Well, I would get the results that I've been looking for, and I would stop struggling, and I would grow my revenues, and just write down whatever it is, right? Write the opportunity at the top. What happens if I do this? The second question, and you take about 5 minutes to answer, and you dig deep, right? Just really think through this. The second question is, what will happen if I don't do this? What will happen if I don't say yes to this opportunity? Well, I'll stay in the same place that I am, or I won't get the visibility that I want, or I'll continue to be overwhelmed, whatever it is that the opportunity is, whether it's getting administrative help or doing that TED Talk, whatever it is, right? The third question, again, like dig deep. The third question is, what won't, this is the confusing one, what won't happen if I do this? What won't happen if I say yes to this opportunity? Well, what won't happen is I will no longer struggle. I will no longer feel alone. I will no longer be in debt or bankruptcy or, whatever it is that it could come up. And really look at what won't happen if I do this. And finally, another tricky one, but I want you to write this down, is what won't happen if I don't do this? What won't happen if I don't say yes to this opportunity? And it could be, well, I'll never know what, my purpose was. I'll never know how big I was supposed to get. I'll never know how much money I could have made in my business or how many lives I will have impacted. You get the gist of it. And you can take about 5 minutes or even just 2 minutes per question. So, between 8 and 20 minutes, you can come up with a really solid rationale and decision that feels good to you, where you've thought out everything. And so my inspiration for you this week is to think about an opportunity that repeatedly keeps showing up in your life. Something that there's a part of you that says, yes, I want to do this. And then there's a part of you that keeps getting held back. And I would like for you to write these 4 questions down and then take between 8 and 20 minutes and answer them. And you will start making decisions like $1 million business owner, because it's not about making decisions just winging it. You really have to look at the upsides, the downsides, the all around sides to help you make a decision that is going to take you towards your bigger future. So that's something to work on this week. Until I see you next time. Bye.